Hello everybody, welcome to Red Tool House. Today we're going to get some round bales, and we need two. And you may be thinking, Troy, you don't have a single ruminant on your property, why do you need two round bales? Well, stick around, let me show you. And if I'm out of breath, it's because I'm going to meet somebody to get these rounds and forgot that I had 1,100 pounds of feed in the back of my truck. So I unloaded those in about 2 minutes. So this old man's feeling it. All right, we got it loaded. I got it strapped down. Battery is almost dead on the camera, and you may say, Troy, didn't you just start? Yes, well, there's 45 minutes of footage that I didn't record of me and the guy talking. You get two farm boys, country boys talking. You kind of lose production time. So I'm going to get this to the house and get it unloaded and start moving around. I'm going to show you what we're going to use it for. Hey, y'all, this is heavy. Redneck. A bunch of redneckery going on around here. All right, so that's step number one, is getting that round number one, in this new area. This is a new pig paddock that I've created, And this is going to be for one of my sows that's going to farrow here within the next 30 days. Supposed to, at least. So we're going to use the greenhouse for them to hang out. Got this sacrificial area here that obviously is going to get torn up and pretty muddy. But there's also a water source here. This is my stream that comes down off the mountain. Comes down behind the workshop, down the ditch, and through a culvert, and comes out right here. There was a little ditch, and it's kind of filled in. So they'll have access to water here because that's going to run 24/7 this time of year. It's going to take that hay, provide it for, be an opportunity for bedding, be opportunity for food, and of course be also an opportunity for mulch here as this gets pretty deep and funky. So that's where we're going to use number one. So let's go on to number two. What's up, Mongo? All right, so I'm going to take some of the hay off of this second round, toss it in here with the boys in their pen. They've kind of made a bit of a hole here that's got water in it. So I try to fill that in. They just keep digging it back out. So we're just going to put some hay in there and see if we can mitigate some of that. If you're wondering, hey, and you follow the channel, I didn't think they were together. Well, ironically enough, Dan decided the other night when I had the fence turned off that he was done with the ladies. He literally left. He came out of the ladies' pasture all the way down here and came and put himself up. He even blasted through the fence. He tore it down in one spot to get back in. And he and Mongo have been establishing pecking order. So I can't, that's kind of a pleasant surprise. I was going to move him at some point before farrowing and he moved himself. So I guess that works. But I can't figure out why he wanted to leave. I don't know if the women were just nagging him too much, telling him to pick up after himself or what. So he decided to split. So they're hanging out here now. They're still not totally nice to one another. But I'm gonna throw some hay in, let them enjoy that. Well, just go on and make yourself at home there. Okay, so the reason for bringing hay up here for the chickens, it's not for their eating pleasure. It's really as a mulch. You can see that this time of year, our mulch creation system with the chickens is actually working way too well. They're blasting all the wood chips out faster than I can make them. So I gotta, while I'm waiting to make more chips, of course, I've got to have something. So the roll of hay, I'll just keep pulling off layers of it and spreading it out a little bit to mulch, slow down a little bit what they're doing. I'm going to show you how it accumulates down here at the bottom in a second because I got to fix that. All right, so I want to go ahead and clean out the coop because it was past due, and just a good time to mix all this in. eventually, obviously, we want all this nice manure and wood chip and hay and everything to be mingled together and end up down in our composting area, which it will. In fact, I got to slow it down a little bit. So I'm going to spread some hay out here and just cover on top of that. So you can see down here at the compost collection area just how much they've accumulated this, everything, detritus, the leaves, anything, any scraps we throw in there. Their manure, of course, that's more crumbly and rolls downhill. There's even a carrot that's gotten in the electric fence. So it comes down and it gets against this netting and weighs so much on it that, of course, it just ends up doubling it over. And I've been meaning to come out here and fix it, but it hadn't been a big deal. The chickens haven't gotten out, and obviously nobody's gotten injured. I say that, but I flipped the plastic over and scared them, and one flew over. But I'll get this fixed, and what's neat about this is all of this will go right here onto this compost pile behind my wheelbarrow. So we just keep piling it on and piling it on, and man, it's really breaking down great. Like I said, it's going a little faster than what I expected, so I'm going to have to put more horizontal breaks in here, put more of those slabs off the mill to slow down just how much they're chipping everything or flipping everything down here. Earthworms. All right, so I decided to leave a little lip there because that makes a pretty good silk catch, especially with all this bare earth and the rain we've been having. So any runoff gets caught up right here. But you can see just everything's doing what it's supposed to. We got mycelial growth here, so the fungus is breaking down the wood chips. Over here, I overturned tons of earthworms. Getting buried up there since it's so cold. But you can just see this is just turning into great stuff. Yeah, there's even an acorn that sprouted. Another earthworm. Cover you up, dude. So again, it just amazes me how fast their manure and carbon from either the wood chips or all the leaves that came off the trees here have just accumulated. They're breaking down, they're composting, they're getting the fungus growing there, the mycelial growth, the earthworms are kicking it in here, the acorns are sprouting. If I decided to let pigs in here, they'd have a field day with all this sprouted acorn. And it's just fantastic, and it's just right here at the garden. And so I'm really curious to see what they do with the hay. Now, of course, you may be wondering, hey, aren't you introducing hay seed to your garden? Well, sure, yeah, there's going to be weeds, but if you look at our garden right now, I gave up a long time ago in trying to eradicate weeds. I just try to manage weeds in the areas that we have actual plants growing. So really excited with this. I moved the fence over this way too. You can see where that one chicken is standing there. That's where the old fence was. So she's already kicking up stuff already. She's going to have a field day. So they're going to get in here and work this area. It hadn't been worked in a while. It's kind of what I like about moving this portable fence around. Put these shavings down for them. Maybe put some hay in the nesting boxes, and I think we can call that a night. Colette, you hateful thing. All right, well, so maybe not the most exciting video, but it's interesting, I think, just to look at all the applications of hay. And you know, if you can even get scrub hay, even better. That was premium hay. That was all I could get in my neighborhood. There's been obviously a run on hay this year with all the shortages. So real close by, so it made sense and it was much better than what I would want to throw out on the ground, but is what it is in that situation. So you can find local hay, or if you produce your own hay, you know, it's not just for feeding ruminants. You can use it in so many other areas. All right, well, I appreciate everybody watching. Y'all take care.